Scrap variance, when using the assembly scrap factor. The SAP assembly scrap factor works on a simple assumption. All expected scrap for the finished product occurs in the last operation of the routing. Because of this, when you maintain an assembly scrap factor, for example 2%, SAP increases the planned quantities of all BOM items and all routing operations by that percentage. So if you need 100 good pieces, the production order is created for 102 units. 100 yield plus 2 units of expected scrap at the final operation. How variance happens. If production reports those 2 scrap units at the last operation, SAP sees this as exactly what was planned. No scrap variance is generated. But if the same 2% scrap is reported in any earlier operation, variance will occur. SAP expected the scrap at the end, not at the beginning or middle. For example, if scrap is reported in operation 10, SAP sees too much scrap for that operation and too little for the final operation. If scrap is reported in operation 20, SAP sees excess scrap in operation 20 and a deficit in the last operation. These imbalances create scrap variance because the timing and location of the scrap differ from the planned model. For example, 1. Scrap reported in the last operation matches plan. No scrap variance. Scrap reported in operation 10 of a 3-operation routing. Excess scrap in operation 10. Deficit of scrap in the last operation. Scrap variance generated. Scrap reported in operation 20. Excess scrap in operation 20. Deficit in operation 30. Scrap variance generated. How SAP calculates the variance. SAP values the excess or deficit per operation using the standard cost estimate before the assembly scrap factor is applied. In other words, the system flexes standard costs to the reported scrap. Instead, it compares where scrap should have occurred to where it actually occurred, and books the variance accordingly. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, comment, share, and follow. It makes sense to make things simpler.